Righty-ho, how are you? On the countdown, I hope. Now, if you're just sort of still struggling to get into the festive season, I've got another Christmassy movie for you. It's called Mary Magdalene and it's from Garth Davis. He was the director of the film Lion. And he attempts to correct the assumption by the Catholic Church, credited to Pope Gregory in the 6th century, that Mary was a prostitute. So in this naturalistic and sparse revisionist film, Davis instead presents us with a young woman who is pushing back against the patriarchal society that she lives in, and she decides to leave her family and follow and serve Jesus in his final months as one of his disciples. Davis also suggests Mary, played by Rooney Mara, was closer to Jesus, played by Joaquin Phoenix, in his final months than his rock Peter. And he makes his point. If you grow up with the impression that Mary was a sinful woman, you might be swayed by the film Mary Magdalene, and it's probably because there is an air of authenticity to this film, largely thanks to the striking cinematography that captures the vast deserts and the inhospitable coast of the Holy Land and a bustling Jerusalem. What is missing though is the passion, the drama, and the Romans. Like Phoenix's Jesus, you need to kind of take a patient and accepting approach to this film, Mary Magdalene. It screens on Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Hey, also this week, can I suggest a film please called Prophecy? You might have gathered that on Thursday evenings, our Rialto documentary is dedicated to films on art and culture, and Prophecy captures Scottish artist Peter Halson in action as he creates one of his masterpieces. It's like an apocalyptic piece called Prophecy. And we watch him from literally the first brush strokes through to when this painting is sold in New York City. And it's fabulous, not only because we get to see the incredible amount of work and thought that goes into a painting such as this, but also we get to observe his techniques involved. And Halson is such a fascinating character. So he was the official British war artist in the 1993 Bosnian Civil War, and he's very open about that experience and the effect that it had on his art and his marriage and his mental health. I love this film. Prophecy screens on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. And just to finish on a bit of a downer today, I'd like to talk about Fog in August. This is a handsomely crafted film about Nazi Germany's horrific euthanasia practices, where they try to eliminate the disabled and defective members of society. And the film follows the plight of a 13-year-old gypsy boy who has been placed in a mental home, a mental asylum, where he works, and he realises that children and adults are all being slowly executed and tries to do something about it. It is a grim, moving film, and it gets its point across very well. That's Fog in August, and it screens on Monday. See you next week.